Number 20, here we go. Let's write the equation given this line. Let's start off with our b. Our b is our y-intercept, so in this case we know that our b is negative 2. Now we need to find our slope, so we need to find another point on the graph. So let's look at this x-intercept right here, which is at 4, 0. So let's calculate rise over run. So we rose 1, 2. And we ran 1, 2, 3, 4. So rise over run, which is the slope, is 2 over 4, which reduces to 1/2, right? So we went up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. So let's go ahead and put that in y equals mx plus b form. So we've got y equals mx plus b. We know that m is 1/2, so y equals 1/2 x, and we know that b is negative 2. Look at number 21. Number 21 is a negative slope. All right, so we can see that we have a y-intercept right here at 3. So b is negative 3. Another point on the graph looks like none of those. Right there. Okay, so another point on the graph looks like that right there. So how did I get from this point to this point? I went down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went over 1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 5 fourths. So m is equal to negative 5 fourths. So again, we write it in y equals negative 5 fourths x minus 3. Now number 22 is a horizontal line. Any horizontal line is going to be in the form y equals a number. What number? The y value, right? So y equals 3. No matter what the x value is, y is 3. Number 23, we have m, we have b, so let's plug it in. So y equals negative 5/8 x minus 2. Number 24, I have my y-intercept right there, so b is equal to 9, right? X is 0, b is 9. Now let's calculate our slope. Our slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 12 minus 9, the change in y, over the change in x, 6 minus 0. 12 minus 9 is 3. 6 minus 0 is 6, so that's going to reduce to 1/2. So we know that m is equal to 1/2. We know that b is equal to 9. We can write our slope formula. Sorry, we can write our slope-intercept form. Number 25, I have two random points. Okay, you can either find the slope and then plug it into point slope form, which is what I'm going to do, or you can use the calculator to find the regression equation, which I'll show you later. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to plug it into slope formula. So this would be y2, this would be y1, this would be x2, this would be x1. So we've got 4 minus 8 over 2 minus negative 4. 4 minus 8 is going to give me a negative 4. This is going to give me a positive 6. So that's going to reduce to negative 2/3 for my slope. So now we're going to plug it into point slope form, which is y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. Again, this is when I have a random point, right? I have a random point. I don't have my y-intercept, so I can't plug it into y equals mx plus b because neither one of these are my y-intercept. So we have to plug it into point slope form. So it doesn't matter which point you plug in. I'm just going to choose the one that has both positive numbers. So I've got y minus y1, which is 4, equals m, negative 2/3, x minus x1, which is 2. All right, so now we've got y minus 4 equals negative 2/3 x plus 4/3. 2 times 2 is 4, 3 over 1, so 4/3. Now last step, we need to get the y by itself, so we're going to add 4 to both sides. So we get y equals negative 2/3 x plus, now we have 4/3 plus 4. So let's convert this into a denominator of 3. So this would be multiplied by 3. So it would give me 12/3. So 4 plus 12 is going to give me 16/3. Number 26, I want a one that is parallel. Parallel means same slope. Right? So here is my slope, negative 2/3. So my new slope is going to be negative 2/3. And it goes through that point. So again, y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. Alright, so we know y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. We can plug in m right there. We can plug in our point. This is the x1 value, so 5 is going to go right there. This is the y1 value, so negative 2 is going right there. So we've got y minus negative 2 is equal to negative 2/3 x minus 5. And now we're ready to change here. So we get y plus 2 equals negative 2/3 x plus 10 over 3. Right? 5 times 2 is 10 over 3. Now we need a minus 2 over here to get y by itself. So we get y equals negative 2/3 x plus, and we got 10 over 3 minus 2. Now we need to change this to a common denominator of 3. So we're going to multiply by 3 on the top and on the bottom. So it's going to become 6 over 3. Right? So 10 minus 6 is a positive 4/3. Look at number 27. Number 27, I want perpendicular. Perpendicular means the opposite reciprocal. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to change the sign, and we're going to flip the fraction. So two changes to this slope. So my slope was negative 5 over 6. We're going to change the sign and make it a positive. We're going to flip the fraction. It's going to make it 6 over 5. So positive 6/5 is my new slope. So again, we're going to plug that into point slope form. So we've got y minus 2, the y value, is equal to m, which is positive 6/5 now, x minus negative 5, so minus x1. Now, I've got y minus 2 is equal to 6/5 x. This is going to be a change to make it positive, so positive 30 over 5. Last step, we're going to add 2 to both sides. So we get y equals 6/5 x plus, and now we've got 30 over 5, and we're adding 2 to it, so we need to make it a common denominator of 5. So we're going to multiply by 5 on the top and on the bottom. So it's going to become 10/5. So 30 plus 10 is going to be 40 over 5. 40 divided by 5 is 8. All right, number 28. We're solving the equation for x. All right, so we can just subtract 4 on both sides. The inverse operation of a positive 4 is to subtract 4, so bye-bye. 5 minus 4 is 1. 1/3 x equals 1. Now, to get rid of a fraction, we're going to flip the fraction and multiply. So this 1/3 is going to flip to 3 over 1. We're going to multiply by 3 over 1 on both sides, or 3. That cancels out with that. So we get x equals 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. So 1 x equals 3. All right, look at number 29. Number 29, I need to combine like terms. These are on the same side of the equal sign. So we can combine like terms. We don't need to move them. They're already on the same side. We just need to combine them together. So I've got 6, and I subtract 3. 6 minus 3 is a positive 3x. 6 minus 3 is positive 3x. Minus 5 minus 9x plus 3 equals 10. Now again, we have more like terms, 3x and negative 3x. So 3 minus 9 is going to give me a negative 6x. Minus 5 plus 3 equals 10. Now we can combine these numbers. These are the same. Those are x to the nothing power, right? They're just constants. So we can combine those together. Negative 5 plus 3 is going to give me a negative 2. So negative 6x minus 2 equals 10. Now I need to add 2. I'm going to get x by itself. I need to move that puppy over here. Get it away from the x. So we get 12 here. Negative 6x equals 12. Last step, divide by the coefficient. Divide by negative 6. So x equals negative 2.